Right, what is up, everyone? I had went to go get a water before I started this video, and I actually forgot to get the water. Goodness gracious! So it's gonna show you how this live is actually gonna go. I'm in that forgetful mind, so I'm gonna need you to help me out. I will stutter. You gotta remember this is live, and it's a different mindset, right? You got to be on point, man. You got your game's got to be on. So here's the market, man. Look at it, the Nasdaq just on Facebook. Whoa, I didn't even know. I'm looking at it for the first time, just as if you were, and I figure we talk about a few things. I'll kind of mumble a little bit, just to get some people in here. And if you're watching the replay on this, just go ahead and fast forward just a little bit if you don't want to hear me mumble. But I got to talk about something. I hate getting into the video and then people start to come in and then they'll say, well, what did you talk? They'll basically start asking me questions of, what I just talked about. And then I forget, oh, they just got here. So then I tend to talk about it again. So I know the replay viewers, if you're out there and you're pressing the replay, just fast forward a couple of minutes and stuff. But I'll talk about it. I'll just be slow. Maybe I should use this time to get my water. Am I even live? Average watch time. Yeah, it says some playbacks. All right, so let's just talk about it. All right, we'll get into it. Here we go. Down 323 points. I guess all the industrial stocks are just down. It's weird that it's so separated. Like the Dow, okay, down 0.92. The S&P down half of that, 0.46, and the Nasdaq up, I guess 100% from that, which was up 0.13. If the market wasn't weak, this would have been one of those days that the Nasdaq actually rips, but it couldn't because, the lowering tide sinks all boats. Hey, is that the opposite? Yeah, there it is. NVIDIA finally is back above 800. Yes, I kind of did the pre-split number. I get confused of the actual levels now. Now that NVIDIA split 4-1, I'm confused with the levels, right? So I always take the price and then I times it by 4 to get the levels of NVIDIA. But it was actually a nice day. I guess I made some money on that. I thought NVIDIA would actually kind of just stall out. I wasn't really impressed with the split action, but compared, because we had Tesla looking at, right? Tesla damn near quarter doubled this because it split. And the Apple and NVIDIA, I guess it ran before the split, so it had a good run. But AMD, I'm in the SMH. It was one stock that I actually meant to talk about a lot. In the last video, I said this is what I like, and I totally forgot the SMH, so I am capturing that move. I wanted to get into AMD, but I just thought it was a little... I missed it for the most part, so I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get into the SMH because the SMH was looking good. Let's talk about now what is it? What's the stock? AMD. I mean, are they going to turn AMD to a meme stock? That's what it seems like. We'll see. We'll know in the next couple of days. But AMD is on fire, causing the SMH to be on fire, right? So I'm in the SMH. I got calls. I got call spreads. I think my delta for the whole positions, I don't know, somewhere like 1. I wanted to be higher, but I don't want to chase into it, so I'll let it pull back, and then I actually might increase my position in that because you can see the breakout happening. This is one of the few sectors that's actually breaking out because what we was going to talk about today is some of the breakdowns in stock. Yeah, the breakdowns. So there it is, man. SMH. Let's pull up AMD, see what's going on right there. Let's probably look at that. Wow. See, that is the stock that I should have traded. Yeah. What's up, JRH? Hey, we're going to talk about it. Hood. Are you in the hood? Are you in that Robin Hood or the AMD? I don't know. It seems like meme action. I think Robin Hood would really, really rip if it had options on it. But it doesn't. So I don't know if it's going to turn quite yet into, but once they list those options, I don't know, it's usually about a week or two. and then options will be listed. And look out, man. I have a feeling that one's gonna be the new AMC. Anyway, you said on credit spreads, what's good? What's a good risk on credit spread risk? It's up to you. It's like I like to sell. It just depends on how bullish I am in the position. But if I had no opinion, which, hey, we could talk about the SPY today. I put one on the SPY today, and I kind of didn't have any opinion. Let's go to the analyze. Yeah, this is it right here. Somewhere like the 15, I like to get at least 10%. At least 10% of the credit, right? So if I'm selling something a dollar wide, I want to get at least 10 cents, right? If I'm selling something $5 wide, basically, right? That's $500 risk. Actually, $450. I want to get at least making me do my math here. $450, 10% of that. Yeah, actually maybe 20% of that one. If I sell a $5 wide spread, I probably want to get 20 cents on that. Yeah, so it all depends. I'd be around the delta, 13 delta. That's where I hang out, the 13, 12, 11. And then if I'm more bullish, then I'm kind of going around the 20. And then if I'm more bullish than that, generally I'll just go ahead and try to buy a call spread. But that's what I kind of basically do. So this is the SPY. I went out and, I went way out. I did something that I don't typically do. And I think I'm 79 days out. But I've been trying it in the background. I've been trying it for about a month. And it's working pretty nice. I haven't mentioned it. So I'm put on another one. I was actually going to do a goal to keep putting on monthly puts, iron condors about 80 days out. Or so in that area, 70 to 80, and do it every week, but do it that kind of go way out there. Because they seem to be working pretty good here, especially with the toppy. So here we go. For instance, so this one, right? I sold, basically the risk on this is $400. I just did this. I did it 2 times. We'll do it one. I'll show you one so that you can see the math. Shrink this down here a little bit, right? These are the strike prices down here. The most I can lose is $400, right? If it were to go above, where's my short, 471 or below 460, what did I got down there? I gotta see my positions. Or below 395. All right, so I think that's pretty good. So I'm basically, the 400 is my short strike, in the 466. So if we go to the chart and look at that, right, I'm right here, 400 and then 466, basically right about there. And I could kind of do that. Let's kind of get rid of this line right here. Move drawing. Where is that? I never do the single drawing. Remove. There it is. God, what the hell's wrong with me? Let's remove this one too, now that I know how to do it. All right, there we go. So I'm in this range, 80 days out. Hopefully it kind of pinballs in there. And if you go to the chart, the options, way down here, you can see the 400. That's a 17 delta. And the 466 is an 11 delta. Is that what I did? So yeah, that's my trade. So basically, if it falls in that range, I'll make $98, right? So 498. So let's do the math. 98 divided into 400 is 24% in 70 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. I did that twice. 1, 2. So I'm gonna make 196, right? Risking 804 to make 196. I'm going to get out. I'm going to buy it back at, about 50%. I think I set it for 45. I think I set it for $45 buyback. So let's see what happens. And the delta on this trade, it's negative delta. I'm just now noticing this myself. I thought it must have changed into the close. I thought it was like a 1. So it's -3. It's negative bias. If it starts going, if the market's going up tomorrow, I'm going to be losing a little money. If it starts going down, I'll be making a little bit of money. But right now, you can see the market is right here. Look at the purple line. The purple line is today's prices. The blue line is the prices when it expires. So when you start these iron condors, for the most part, you will start losing money immediately. For the most part, I mean, doesn't matter where you set it, and if you get, so you have to let time pass a little bit. You're gonna start losing money. You can see the curve, right? You have to be right there in the middle to start making money, and even then, it's hardly none. So it's gonna bounce between here and there, and for the most part, for the first week or two, whatever, I might be losing money. Then next thing you know, you see it gain. And if I simulate this, kind of look at the purple line as I keep clicking my mouse to simulate days passing, and you can see how the curve shapes to the purple line, or whatever that line is, turquoise, right? So you can see how that is. Now see, so right where it is right now, if I was at 415, so this expires October 15th. If it was September 18th and the SPY was trading at 415, I wouldn't be making any money, even though it's in the range, right? Because it fills that middle part first before it fills the outer corners. It's one of the reasons why I hate iron condors, but they do work if you're patient, so you keep moving it up. All right, so right here, if it's right in the middle, I basically max profit on October. Right, but if you look, I still got 15 days left, and if you're over here, if you're at 411, you ain't making any money. And if you're on a top upside at 460, you're not making any money. I could be here at 408 or 407, and I'm losing $50. Right, even though I have room, I have another $10 for it for the most part. So that's the thing, man. If you're around these corners and it's getting close to expiration, you could still be losing money, even though you're in your range, and you're going to have to hold on. You can make an adjustment on this side, bring it closer, or just hold on, and just keep moving it up. And then you could see as we get, it's October 11th, October 12th, right? It expires October 15th. Look, I could be right here and losing money. October 13th, 2 more days. I could be losing money. It's incredible how these things fill. October 14th, see the very last day, you could still be losing money if you're right there at the cutoff, and then boom, the 15th, and it fills up. There it is. So kind of weird how that starts. Anyway, so that is the iron condor I have on. Let's get into the actual video. I actually seen some people coming in and then they leaving. It says on my analytics 7 people done checked in. What's up, Cashmatic? It said 7 people done checked in and they leave. So they're like, hey, all right, this sucks. I'm out. What the hell is he talking about? Iron condos. It says right here you're gonna talk about Etsy and stuff, the earnings that came out. Yeah, you just gotta hold on. You said who got options? Only monthlies with $5 spread. I looked at it today. I didn't see no options. Let me go. Table. There they are. You know what? There wasn't there earlier. I could have sworn I pulled this up. All right, so yeah, there's some options. And they actually, well, this one, yeah, okay. I did not see these earlier today. I don't know. Okay. So we got options. All right, so let's talk about what I want to talk about. Let's talk about Etsy, because they reported after the bell, and I think they're getting hit. They're getting hit pretty hard. It seemed, wait, let me see. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Pull up my, yeah, there they are, down 175. 175, they closed at 202. They're down 175. So it's kind of still going along with that theme, especially the stocks that was like ripping during the crisis, I'll call it, and then it's just coming in. So yeah, Etsy's down. How about EA? EA, I'm a little upset because I sold it, but I think I did the right thing. Remember, we talked about it in the last video. They reported earnings after the bell. It was good, I guess, because it popped. So this is a perfect chart. I told someone, yeah, this is great. I was in it, and I liked it. But what made me sell it is the other two, right? The Activision. I think did they report yesterday, and I just didn't like. Look what happened to Activision. just fell off a cliff, right? Just fell off a cliff. They looks like no, yeah, they got a little bounce today. Let me go to the weekly. Look at that. So that's Activision. And what's the other one? EA, Activision, Take-Two. Look at Take-Two. I think they reported yesterday too. Look at that. That broke support and heading down. So they reported yesterday. Yeah, they got hit hard today. Wait a minute. No, I thought they did. Well, this is weekly. I'm sorry. They got hit hard. Let me pull up the daily. There you go. It was yesterday. Look at that gap down. It's crazy. So that's Take-Two. So I'm like, okay, EA is looking good. I'm going to take my profits and run because I was profitable. I'm not going to play the breakout. That's how I got whacked in Amazon. I was just like, I'm going to take my profits and run. Don't like the way the gaming thing is going. And some of the other, I think they said people's doing things. They're just not gaming hard, I guess. I don't know. I think that's what they said. Can't remember. I should have did a video yesterday, but I didn't. Anyway, but yes, it did break out. So looks like we got the breakout on EA. It closed at 139. Right now it's 146 in the after hours. So this will be actually a good stock to trade. I guess the breakout is real. If it could break out after earnings, and it's real, So I'm trying to zoom in here. Let's get that going. How about I just clear all that stuff out because it looks confusing. Let's just draw the one line. All right, you don't see the breakout, but tomorrow it's going to be above this, and it's ready to take off, especially that the other two are doing poorly. Maybe the gaming money, if you want to be in the gaming stocks, I guess EA, right? They were like, it's night and day difference. Every time I just think EA, I'm not a gamer, but when I think EA, I think Madden. And, Take-Two's got some great games, and I don't know why they falling off a cliff. So, but EA was perfect. They broke out. See, they did it, and Amazon didn't. Very pissed. And I got out of that one, so I'm pissed. But that's cool. It's always good to make money, and I made a little bit of money. I could have made a lot more if I would have waited until tomorrow to sell it. But I think I did the right thing because if these stocks missed, they've been getting hit hard. You know what else missed today? Uber. But you should have known from what happened to Lyft. Look at Uber, right? It was closed at 41.81. Now it's down 38.30 after the bell. You can see the after the bell action right here, right? And that's in the gray. Let's zoom it out, right? Just boom, just falling off a cliff. And let me see if Lyft is giving any sympathy. Yeah, Lyft is going down after all. See, Lyft reported yesterday, and you can see that boom, right? Just down, it's down some more. So I'm not a fan of these. They have to pay. The drivers are just not coming back for whatever. They're paying big money to get the drivers out there. Plus, I think Lyft, or is it Uber? I get them confused that they're lowering the fees. Basically going to give the driver some more money, those kind of fees, right? So they're going to get more of the piece of the pie. So if you're in that, it's actually paying nice right about now because they was taking all the money. I mean, you wouldn't, if a ride cost $10, you was getting like $3. No, they do. I mean, you're just using the app and they taking all that money from you. Oh man, you said you like EA for the breakout. Yeah, it's perfect. I think I may put the trade back on a pullback because I feel guilty. Yeah, I want to try to get in where I got out, and it may pull back, but the breakout looks real. It looks good. I think it looks good. It's trading at 146, $5 above. That is, let me see, $6 above. Let's see, 6 divided by, let me see, 139.91. It's 4.3% higher. So it's not a huge pop, but it's a pop. We'll take it in a market like this because everything is just going down, right? I'm going to go to here because of the color. And I'm going to pull up. This Las Vegas. What the hell is going on with Sands, man? What? So we're right here. We're basically at the low of COVID when it started. This is like huge. This is like telling us something. Now they're out of Vegas. because MGM popped today. I want to talk about MGM as well. It looks like this is a perfect spot to actually put on the bounce trade, but it just seems like it shouldn't be here. This is when worst was the worst. But so they're in Macau, Singapore. I guess if it's, if they're getting sick, they're not going to be traveling. It's just not doing good over there. We're doing good in Vegas, but I guess not over there. That's just crazy. Look at that, man. It's crazy. And over here, they was paying a dividend even, right? They cut the dividend somewhere. No, I'll take that back. Here. Okay, I'm on the monthly now, right? So they cut the dividend coming down, and it was like 5%, and now we're basically at the same level with no dividend. So that is like, whoa. I don't know what's going on there, but you can see it's at the buy point right here. Support right here, support. It's right there. So I'm looking at this for the bounce. I think once this starts bouncing, once we see this in positive territory, I wouldn't touch it until it's green. You might be able to get a play, and you can see the up movements are not really that long. That one is about a year. That's a year. That's a year. A little over a year and a half, about a half a year. So a year. Maybe we can expect a year to the upside, but slow to the upside. So anyway, that's Vegas. That's crazy. So MGM reported after the bell, and they said, wait a minute, we got a reversal. All right. So, yeah, there's all the travelers. It's over. So here was the pop right before I did the video. I'm like, okay. I was shocked that they kind of went up like that, and then now look, they way down. So yeah, MGM is not gonna be saved by the casino stocks. I mean, MGM, I'm looking at, and it had a pretty good chart. See, it was the breakouts, and here's another example of what's been going on, just a breakout and then a failure. So we have to keep an eye out, JRH, for that EA. We both kind of said, yeah, that looks good. But this pattern here with these fake breakouts, it seems like it's every stock. You got the breakout. It's looking good. This is the monthly. So it broke out for about 2 months. And then 2 months back, it's down. And tomorrow will be below the breakout point. Now it's failed. It's most likely I wish it would have bounced here because, yeah, generally they check back and then go. But I don't know. This one seems like it might not check back. It just keeps going because that support right there was former resistance. Now it's support. And it's just going to fall through. So poor MGM. I want to talk about Walmart. This is one of the stocks I'm big. I got a 50 call spreads, I think, on this one that expire. When does it expire? A couple years from now. And I'm out of the money on these. So, the pet. I don't know if I'm gonna hold them. They need to break out here. If they don't break out, I might just close the position, take the loss. But you can see the head and shoulders. This is the weekly, the reverse head and shoulders. And I don't know. I mean, everything is fake breaking out. So I don't know if it's going to happen. But if that one's ready to break out too with a head and shoulders on the backside. That's a powerful pattern. All right. The other ones were just kind of hanging out there like EA, which is powerful too. But this is a powerful pattern. It should really blow to the upside. Now, Amazon, they said people are not home. They're going. The stores are open. They're going to the store. Well, man, who got the most stores? Walmart, right? Even though Walmart was always open. So anyway, maybe they're going to Walmart. Maybe Walmart it took some of that share. Maybe I tell you what, Walmart's online is pretty nice. I don't know if they'll try to order online, but they have a lot of stuff that's not in the stores. And then they got the 2-day ship, which is free. There's no club to join. And they ship in 2 days. You notice Amazon, I should have picked this up, that When's the last time? At least it's me. I need you to confirm it. If you're watching this on a replay, please put it in the comments. When's the last time you got something from Amazon in 2 days? I just ordered something, I think, Monday, and it's coming tomorrow. It's 4 days. Everything has been 4 days for the last 7 months or so. I can't get 2 days no more, even though it says Prime. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't matter when. If I order something on Friday, it'll be here Wednesday. I don't get 2 days on anything. So what's up with that? And how come nobody's addressing that? Anyway, Walmart, you still get it in 2 days. So maybe that's what happened. And I should have picked that up. I was like, I was thinking in the back of my head, is that going to affect their earnings? Because I'm ready to drop Prime because I'm not getting 2 days no more. What's the point? I need it. 2 days we can all deal with it. 4 days is a different story. If I buy something on Monday and it's coming Thursday, I just might as well go to Walmart and get it. I don't know if I could wait till Thursday. Yeah, I could wait till Wednesday or 2 days. What would it be? Monday, Wednesday? Maybe it's 3 days. That's normal. But I could wait on the old way. The new way, generally, I can't wait. And then it might be Thursday in the evening. It might not. You might get it. When it's you whatever you order, you can't use it because they dropping the package at your door at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And then you're just like, I'm going to bed. You said AMD, like it. Do I want to pull back? AMD, I was talking about it, so you must have missed me, Cashmatic. That's strong. Oh, man, that's what I wanted Amazon to do. It just didn't happen. But that's a breakout. That's official. I just think that it's memeing, if that makes any sense. It's up 50% in 13 days. So I don't know. You can't chase that. It had a move over here, 60% in 19 days. So maybe it's doing what it does, but it's definitely towards the top of the run. It's already up another $1 in after hours, about 50 cents. So how I'm playing it, Cash, is in the SMH. See, it's a little laggard, but you got a little bit more stability. You got a lot of things. It's an ETF, right? So you see the breakout. AMD is in there. NVIDIA is in there. So it just goes, right? So I'm playing it this way. I missed the AMD move. I should have known it was going to be strong. But, yeah, I played it this way. I wanted to stay away from the volatility. I don't like volatility in my long-term trades like that. So you go to AMD and you can see that they got more chop going on. So I was just like, I'm going to play a little something more with stability. So I decided to do it that route. But, yeah, I don't know if it's memeing. I think it is. I have a feeling this might be 180 or something by the end of the week. And, yeah, look at the volume, man. That's a breakout. That is, oh, man. Look at that. Right? So it's off to the race. It's a breakout. Yeah. It's not going to come back down to 100 most likely. That'll be a 20% pullback. That'll basically be damn near a bear market. So I don't think that's going to happen on a breakout. So what we can expect maybe is a 50% pullback. Maybe we can get it at 109. But I tell you what, if this went down to 109, the market's doing terrible. The market's doing terrible. So let's just look at that real quick. And it's weird. So I'm showing you these stocks that's rolling over, right? I've been doing it for the last couple of days, my last couple of videos. And there's the SPY, the weekly. It's perfect. It's just perfect. But I have nothing to say. It's just doing its thing. It looks a little toppy. But, it's just right in this trend. Kind of going there. So if you just joined, these two lines, I put an iron condor trade on, and that expires in 75 days, something like that. So I'm hoping it stays in this range. And yeah, there's the lower channel. It's right in the middle of the channel too. So it's perfect. Qs, it's perfect. There's no roll over there. No sign of roll over there. I'll tell you where there's a sign is IWM. So while the S&P And the NASDAQ has been ripping. The IWM has been sitting, going sideways. But that sets us up, right? That sets us up for a nice breakout. But it's been weak. And I guess because, the mask, right? It's coming back. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to say it. So it's coming back. I guess that's what's going on. And maybe the multinationals and SP, they're doing their thing. It doesn't even matter, right? AMD is going to make chips regardless if they wear a mask or not. I don't know. Maybe they got the tailwind of the chip shortage as well. So I think it's just a good area to be in. And I went through the sectors. It was the only one that was just popping like that and breaking out. So I actually think that was a weird. It says I got something on my calendar. I got a meeting or something. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know I put that on there. All right. So what was I talking about? Sideways. Yeah. Hopefully this sets itself for the breakdown, not the breakout, not the breakdown. I'm looking at when I pull these up and get a little closer. Yeah, let's see if I could zoom in a little closer. And you can see how the moving averages, right at the end there, they tilt, they're going the other way, man. It's starting to go down. I'm checking that out. I'm like, you don't want it to go down. Yeah, touching is cool, but you don't want it to go down. And then, but the slow stochastic is about to pop up. So that looks good. Got some volume right here on the buy side. So yeah, it's. I think it's gonna catch itself because the market has the market. I was gonna say to catch itself. It didn't fall to catch itself, but you got a lot of these stocks that's inside that's falling. All right, so we talked about MGM. Oh yeah, I want to talk about General Motors. Look at the breakdown. Right, what's going on? So they reported. They down 9%. They're even they up a couple pennies in the after hours. But they reported, things were bad. But I think they raised guidance. I don't want to talk about the earnings. I can't remember, so I'm not going to say it. But things are good looking forward. Let's put it that way, okay? And but it's sold off. It should bounce, right? Here's some support. Just anyway, maybe it goes down to 50. And I think that'll be an excellent buy-in. But I thought this one broke out too. So I'm going to zoom out and see what we got. Look at that, man. Look at that JRH. It's like, what is going on? But we don't see these in the indexes yet. So what's leading? Is it the index is going up? Or all these stocks going to turn around and go up? Or they finally turn around and hook. This is what made me put the puts on a couple days ago. They're not making money at those puts, by the way. They're not, but then they're close to making money. If it's down tomorrow, it'll probably be in the green. So yeah, there's GM, a multi-year breakout. Actually, it kind of broke out. It broke out for a couple range. Broke out here at 43. But yeah, the last time it was at these levels was, what is this, 2003, right? And then now you got the double top. It didn't even reach double top action, which is over here, 68. So it's just rolling over. Well, it's time to look at the counterpart, Ford. Ford took a little hit today, down 5%. And sympathy, the GM sympathy. See, why can't I zoom in? Come on, man. Let's go to the weekly so you can see what's going on here. And this is a good sign, right? Because it's down 5% today, but right there, it's not panic time yet. This is the actual buy point, right? I actually had a spread on. I had the 1420s a couple years out. I bought the 20s back for a nice profit, thinking right in here that we was going to bounce. We already bounced, right? So we hit that. Let me go to the daily. You can see it a little better, right? We came, hit that. I bought those 20s back, thinking we're going to start rallying to the top of this range, and look, it just boom, it collapsed. Now we right back on the range, the support. Are we going to break down? I don't know. I don't know, man. It's crazy. And then I looked at the VIX today, and I think it's down. Is it still down? Actually, point, not by a lot. I thought it was down more than that today. I wonder if it came back. Let me pull up the 5-minute. Okay, a little bounce at the end of the day. Yeah, I looked at it somewhere around here, but the VIX is down today. But little pop at the end of the day. That was interesting. It was at 17 at 2:30. It was at 1766 and went up to 18. So interesting. A little nervousness going into the close. So yeah, there's the VIX. Do I have change my watch list to my indices? I'm gonna go to my advanced decline on the NASDAQ. Yeah, 1100. So yeah, right out of the hole, right at the bell, just pops down and didn't do much. No action. Basically closed at the low. Let's pull up the weekly, see if I see anything. This is what I do. I'm just going through my routines because I didn't do anything today. Actually, I made some trades. Let me look at the ticks, see what was going on in the ticks today. Wow, look at all the 1,000, the negative ticks. This is a lot on the below 1,000, right? 1,000 on the ticks is extreme, right? Which is that line right there. And we kind of was hanging out down there a little bit today. Wow. Okay. And then here's the zero line right here. I guess you can't see that. Maybe I should make it my normal line. And then here would be extreme on the top side, 1,000. And we was nowhere up there. Everything was down here, which is bearish, right? So everything, all the action for the most part below the zero ticks. There was no positive ticking for the most part going on today. When it was immediately brought on with selling, so just not looking good. Just not looking good, at least today. You can see what happened the day before. Wednesday, today's Wednesday. Tuesday was kind of the opposite. But still no extreme ticks, no thousands. Last time we had 1,000 tick day was 2 days ago, and I think that even closed down. Because I bet you this was a down day. So it's just weird. It seems like there's different forces, right? Different forces making things happen. You said, what you miss? Damn, broker call. Okay, you gotta take care of business, man. You gotta make that money doing that for sure, right? I did talk about GM. I'm just talking about these stocks rolling over. So I'll go over them again, right? Look at it. Should I go to the monthly? I want you to see it. Look at the GM fake breakout rollover, right? So that's another one. Look at Ford, this counterpart, about to break down on the trend line. So it's good. It's good for now, but it's getting ready to break. I'm actually gonna go out on a limb and say it's gonna break because it hit here, right? And I actually bought my short calls back, thinking we was gonna bounce to the top of the range, and look at it, just right back down. You didn't see that all year. Well, here, I guess, you got a couple of bounces and it went up, but yeah. So it just kind of gave it up. The bounce, there's no bounce. So, what's popping, I guess, in autos is Tesla. Tesla did finally break out. We're gonna see if this holds. It's right there for the most part at resistance. In a resistance area, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, and that's these guys right here, right? So, I think it depends on the market, because if the market just rolls over and we just have one of those, everything's down 500 points and it stays that way, Tesla's gonna get hit most likely. So, I think that depends. This rally depends on the market. It sucks when a stock wants to pop and start to rally, but you have it swims upstream where the market's against it. When your stock is in that groove, right? It's just ready to pop and it pops. You want the market, you want everything this to be normal, moving forward, and then that way your breakout could last, right? So Tesla's breaking out, but if the market starts to roll, then it'll do what we've been seeing, right? And that's that, and then comes back down. So I don't know what's up with that. Hey, my girl's up in here. She just joined in. How you doing, Julie Box? We had a lovely, lovely lunch. We sung together. When's the last time you sung to your girl and she sung back to you? Probably in a long time. So go home, get your girl, and sing to her. Just put on a song on the radio, one of your favorite songs, and you sing. And hopefully she'll sing back. And vice versa. If any girls in here, you sing. And hopefully he'll sing back. Try it out, man. That's what we did today. Dominique. I gotta get my glasses on here. You said, what do you think about AMD pullback? I just right. Okay, so we talked about AMD already. I'm thinking, all right, so I'm thinking, let's guess, I'm thinking it's meme stocking. I think it's turned into a meme stock. I just think it's powerful, but we did have the same kind of rally here. So that's good. That's like, so basically it's saying, okay, maybe it is normal, right? Because it's up 50% in, what is that, 13 days? Oh, I missed it. I played this through the SMH. I was early. I caught it before the breakout, but I should have been at AMD. That's where the alpha was. So this move here was up 64% in 22 days. So it's something that AMD does. A pullback to the breakout point, I don't think it's going to happen because that would be down 20%. I don't think AMD is going into a bear market for the most part because it just broke out, right? So the most we can expect maybe is half, 50%, and that'll bring us down to 109. So I think that's a good entry, but it just might keep taking off, especially if it's going to be the meme stock, right? Let's talk about Hood, Robinhood. I was thinking today, I gotta laugh. All right, so remember when the meme stocks was popping back, AMC and the GameStop, and what was the other? There was some other ones, and so Robinhood had to halt the trading and buys only because they kind of was getting in trouble with liquidity, and I was thinking, so I don't think it's gonna happen. This just came through my head. So what if Robinhood gets themselves in trouble, or if they own stock and it actually does cause them to have a liquidity crisis, and then next thing you know, they out of business because they own stock? That would be the news story of the century. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I was just thinking. Yeah, you never know though. You never know. Let's say this thing just goes up to 8,000. By the way, I do think this is going higher. This is not what we've seen today. Is not normal. It's not it's Robinhood. The money's not right. It's just that paper. What is it? Paying for your trades thing, and a lot of Dogecoin action. When you look at how they was making their money, so this is definitely all. Wall Street bets kind of stuff to me. So we'll see. And the chart looks good. If I were to chart this, it looks good. Except for here, that sucked. But damn, wow. It makes me think, wow, I should have got in. I got the email to get in for Robinhood. I was like, I don't want it. But then it went down to 32. It makes you like, yep, exactly what I thought. And then boom, up to 90. So yeah, this is very AMC reminiscent. GameStop, whatever. By the way, we know what ANC is doing. I haven't pulled up GME in a long time. So still above 100. Still hanging in there. Looks like it is breaking down, though. Looks like maybe this is the run to the ground or to the wherever normal is. And you can see the volumes just dried up. I mean, they out of the GME. Looking at the volume. Can you all see that? I don't know how to stretch my volume up. Look, there's like no volume. It's like the volume's like way down here. which is right here. So that really actually should normalize, especially if I'm right, because the people would sell this, right, and get into the hood and run that. So if that plays out, that's exactly what's going to be happening. All right, let me see the hood volume. I've got 1 day. Is that 175 million shares? Yeah, look at that. So that's my guess. Yeah, 7.5 years. Yeah, I finally converted your forward calls into debit spread. Okay, good deal. And it's funny, I just went opposite of you. Not that I turned my debit spread into naked calls. Oh my gosh, and Ford's rolling over. So I'm like, oh man, whatever. I got some time. I really thought we was bouncing, and we could still bounce. I mean, I really thought we was bouncing here. If it comes down more, yeah, I won't spread it back. I won't spread it again until it's up again. I won't do it down here. So that trade, even though I did it for a profit, a nice profit. I sold them all for, I think I was up like $1,400 on the short side. I bought them back. I think, yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna. I want to wait until it's back up to there again. So hopefully, Ford just don't start to just sink, and I'm like, oh man. So that's what I'm gonna do. If anything, if I were to trim the position down, I'll just buy some of those calls back. But I won't. I'm going to stay naked until it pops again. And that's how I was playing it. My plan was for it to pop back up to about this 16 area and then put those, turn it into a debit spread again. That was the plan. It did not work out because it down 5% today. This would have been the day to do it, but I might not have done it today because I'm like, oh, is it going to break here? I don't know. So I think I talked about, yeah, I did talk about Walmart. I don't know. You said you missed some things, JRH. Yeah. I'm liking Walmart here for this reverse head and shoulder breakout. But is it going to roll over like everything else? I'll tell you what, at the end, it almost looks like it wants to, but it's not. They have earnings coming. It won't do that, I don't think, until earnings, which is, where the hell is it? Earnings August 17th. So when's that? Oh, it's 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks Tuesday. All right, so another week and a half. So I'll probably hang out here until it gets there. Then I'm expecting that. But I don't know though. I really don't. I don't know. Anything you guys want to talk about before I get going? I think I talked about everything in the video, but the last couple of videos I've just been talking about particular stocks, just kind of rolling over. Let me see something. I think eBay reports. Oh, did I talk about? Yeah, we talked about Lyft. You can see the Lyft is down in the after hours of $1, but Uber's way down. I think down $2 in the after hour. They reported. We talked about MGM. They was up. Now they're lower by $1. 50 cents, not bad. They was up, and then we saw what was happening with Las Vegas Sands. Just, I don't know what's going on here. Something is going on here. Look at the volume, right? So hopefully these guys don't be like, we're going out of business. I mean, that is just like, what is going on? I don't see any other stocks doing that, this kind of sinking. It's down 40% when the market was going up since March. This thing is down 41%. Now, I'm going to go to the SPY. Let's go to March. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, my charts are they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And I guess I'll start here. And the S&P is up in that same period, 8.3%. So while the S&P climbed 8.3%, LVS was down 41%. So yeah, I don't know. I had got out of my Marriott. I brought, here's another one, by the way. We talked about it. Just rolled over. Look at the rollover. Look at the fake breakout. Just coming back down. It's still a little early yet. Remember I said I kind of like what's happening here. I like the way it looked. Now, all right, so now my chart, for some reason, this number, look, it's not, I don't ever keep it on 122. I don't know why it does that. And clear this out. Let's go to the monthly. And I just was liking this, right? It was kind of a breaking out of this pattern area. And then when you zoom in weekly, you have this line, right? And then it was breaking out. And you can see it's giving it right back. Is that a outside week? It's about to be. So that's a pattern to, it's not going to be, it didn't go high enough, but it's definitely going low enough. And it broke out, and now it's coming right back into the range. So I don't know. PayPal, but oh, you know what I bought today? Some ARC F. PayPal had the fake breakout, right? So this one didn't damn, come on, charts. Sorry, y'all. This one didn't quite break out, so I'll give it the double top. It was up today, so that's a good thing, but you can see what happened there. This is an outside week, so this insinuates that a week could go a little lower, even though it was up today. So you never know. We'll see. So Square was down today, but Square did not break out. This is the new range. It had a beautiful day the other day, and so I don't know. I don't think this one's going to break out. You know, I'm long, and I went long with a naked put on this one. It's a big position. All right, so yeah, I don't know. It's just because I don't see any other breakouts happening. So why would this one break out? But I know that with them buying, what was the name of that company? Shit, y'all know. Why is it not in here? Afterpay. There it is. With them buying Afterpay, and then Affirm popped after that, and PayPal. That sector, this fintech sector, is the place to be. And even Hood popping today, because I think Kathy Wood bought it for the trade. So I like what's happening here. I don't really want to pick these stocks. I'm already in the Square. I sold out of PayPal, but I got back in with a small position. And I got an ARC with a bigger position where I'm in what was the trade? I think it was 50-74 call spreads. So no put spreads on this one, call spreads that expire 2 years out. So I just think that this is, you see the action, right? And these traditional banks are just, it's going to fintech. These guys better get their act together. You see what's happening in V. Look at the rollover in V. You see that? Visa, by the way, if anybody didn't know. It's still okay. It's kind of breaking down, right? So there's the kind of breakout coming back in, and it's right there at support. It's right there. This could actually be a good buy point if you believe in it, or if you just want to pick up some. And here's MasterCard. It was actually up today. Okay. But you can see what happened here. It still might be nothing to get excited about here yet. But if you like MasterCard or Visa, looks like these are pretty good areas to kind of nibble. And then I just wanted to pull up the XLF. Let's pull up the XLF. See what's going on with that. And sideways. It's okay. You know, almost a little consolidation. I don't know. It doesn't look like it wants to roll over. We had some nice action for the last 3 weeks in here. It had its rollover month, actually a couple weeks ago. Remember that? It was about a month ago. And it's funny, the SPY was up, I think, and yeah, the banks were just rolling. And it caught its ground. So will that be a bear flag? It could be, right? But I don't know. I don't think so. See, that could be. I'm trying to draw the flag. How about I clear everything out so I could draw it a little better? Yo, my charts are just jacked today, so I'm sorry. That's what happens when you make live videos. See, I would be able to cut it right here and then edit it in. You wouldn't even know I had chart problems. Anyway, so yeah, that could be a bear flag, and then it continues to break down. Or it's just consolidating and maybe finally catches footing and go back up. You can see the slow stochastic. That's what it's kind of showing us, trying to turn back to the upside, right? Crossing over and everything. So maybe it does break back out. So that's the financials. You guys got anything you want to talk about? Dominique, you said not a stock, but I wanted to say you made over 5,000 in the past 2 months watching your videos. So thanks. Great work. That is awesome, man. You're the first one that ever said something like that. I wish I had that sound effects where I go. Good. That's awesome. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay, there's this disclaimer. But that's good. That's good, man. I'm glad. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That makes me feel good, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. If I helped anybody make money, yeah, let me know. Share the video. You know, that's the price. You share it on Twitter or something. On one of your social media platforms. But that'll be awesome. That's cool. I tried to I don't know how you made it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll ask you. Okay. So how'd you make it? Did you make it with some of the trades I be talking about, or just did you make it because I'm like, well, this stock looks like it's going down and this stock looks like it's going up, and you just kind of got into those stocks or whatever? Or did you do actual trade types? You said you might buy some win stocks, but when the blood in the streets. Yeah, my bad, LVS. Yeah, the blood in the streets. It seems like it's already in the streets. It's falling into the gun. What the hell is going on here? Look at how it's very similar to the COVID crash. I mean, look at that. All right, I'm going to clear the charts out. Nobody's talking about this. Look at that. That was right. We was panic. It's damn near similar, but it's just taking a little longer. This happened within, well, let me see if it shows me. That was 36 days. Okay, so that was, I'm going to go from here. This candle to the low was 36 days. All right, so where should I measure? That's right here. This is when it really falls off a cliff. There to there, that's 67 days. So it's taken twice as long, but damn. This is a, what do they call that? A generational low, okay? And it's right there. So yeah, this is a buy point. If it hits that, and matter of fact, I'm not the only one that's looking at this saying, we got to buy it here. You almost got to set a limit order and just buy it. I'm sure the stock is going to bounce at that point. It might even be a whoosh down to that point. Somehow, say the market, say the futures are down 300-400 points, right? And that will make this go down like 10% in the pre-market or something like that, right? And then boom, just put your order in and ride it back up. It's definitely, I'm not saying that's the low and we're off to the races, but it's got to bounce there. It's got that low was a generational low. Well, I don't know if I'm going to call it generational. Yeah, for the most part, I might be able to say that. I mean, the last time we was lower than that was here in 2008. And we know what happened then. But look at that support. That's multi-year. If we break that, we got some problems. So that's got to hold. So therefore, this is a buy point. I almost got to sell something to buy it. I don't think I could buy it. I'm just trying to think, but I might have to get creative. So I got to set an alert. And I'll probably be at work, and I'm like, it's almost like, man, all right, so that low is 33.30. That low is 36.80. 33.30. I always like to get in before it actually hits the low because it might not hit that point. 33.30. Maybe 34 might be too. Maybe 33.50, 33.70, something like that to buy. But look at the stochastic is showing that it wants to slice right through that. The way that stochastic is split like that and going into the bottom, doesn't look like it wants to turn anytime soon. Yeah, I like 33.70 or so to get in early before the bounce. But I'm guessing if it goes down with velocity, I just have a feeling that this is the monthly. I could pull up the weekly. If it goes down with velocity, it'll probably slice right through that and then bounce up because of the panic. But look at the volume. I mean, just crazy. And I don't know. Let me look at the news real quick. Unusual options activity. Let's see what the unusual options are doing. I always can't never pull up the window. Yeah, this is it right here. It's a sweep. Option type sweep. Puts. Expiration date 9/17. That's a month away, about 5 weeks away. It looks like they was buying a 35 strikes. The volume was 2,593, and the open interest is only 4,208. The open interest never opened updates right away. Updates every day. So they basically saying there's enough volume as people in the open interest. So people's just buying puts. So they expecting it to go down. I'm not necessarily saying to the 35, but just lower. Right? That was a bearish, unusual activity type thing. It says it right up the top. Actually, I take that back. It says neutral. Yeah, so why don't tell me nothing neutral? But you don't know if they bought or sold these things, by the way. You don't know. But I'm gonna say they bought it because I wouldn't sell no puts with that not that no, not now. I need to see some green before I think about selling a put. This is what. See, I wasn't into the charts really heavy, but I was into the news. Bear Stearns started doing this kind of maneuver before the shit dropped out, right? Before it hit the fan. You know, and people's like, why you got Kramer saying, oh, Bear, it's a buy. It's a buy. Oh, shoot. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to see if I can find that damn video. Yeah, this is a minute long. Hopefully y'all can hear this. Let me turn up my speakers.
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No. Bear Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is real. If there's one takeaway other than a plus 400 somewhere, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly. Don't be silly.
Okay. So you have it. Let me say, okay, the video says 6 days later.
Okay, just so you get a sense of what's causing the agony by this point, I know you've been talking about it. It's financials led by Bear Stearns after what essentially is a bailout from the Fed. Bear Stearns shares are down 90% this morning, and it's not just Bear. Pretty much every single bank is plunging in early trade this morning. Lehman, which is very similar to Bear and its reliance on fixed income, is down nearly 30%. You have big names like Goldman Sachs down 8%, Citigroup down 8%. So it is pain across the board.
Okay, I won't get all into that, but y'all remember that, right? So, so yeah, that's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of that action. I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool? I'll be the first one, the first person you heard anywhere news that we talk like, man, Vegas, they're tapping out. Anyway, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just saying, what's up with that? It just doesn't make sense. So what was I gonna get? Bear Stearns. I mean, gosh, I was gonna say something. Yeah, okay, that's what I know I was gonna say. So we all waiting, right? All right, so it started. Let me see what that 10 year is doing. What happened today? All right, so look, you see the 10 years down. It's getting a little stability, so that's good. But so it all happened. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Come on, think, Dre, think. All right, so yeah. So the market's crazy. We popping straight up, and everybody's looking for that reason or whatever to roll over to where it's the bear market's here. And you know, because some people even say that. Let me pull up the SPY. That even though this is a crazy bounce because we went to all-time highs after last year's low, it was just like a bear market rally. But how could it be? It went up, what is this, 200? Oh, babe, it's up 111.11. 111.11. She's really into that number, right? Since the low. That's approximately, by the way. So that's amazing. I brought that up. So how could it be a bear market rally if it's up 100%? Is that right? Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, 100% higher. Yeah, okay, 200 to 400. Anyway, so suppose that's the trigger, basically. The trigger is casinos or some major industry, right? Say casinos roll over, bail out, but we're done. Oh my gosh, we went broke. And that could start the chain reaction of the panic again and maybe real estate crashing or whatever, right? Because we seen what happened with the paper, real estate sky high. Here's Simon Property Group. Can we look at Simon, by the way? Because I don't understand this either. I mean, the malls. Simon was just going down forever. Ever since what is this? 2016, right? This is when Amazon was even getting traction. And then, yeah, it finally collapsed. Maybe this, in my opinion, is a bear market bounce. Now, I know Josh Brown likes Simon Group, but I don't know. The malls, to me, are dying. I just still think they're going to be dying stores. And I know you see it, JRH, on the road. You get off the interstate. You go into these towns. These malls are dead. These strip malls are dead. They're dead. You need a place to park your truck overnight. You go into the mall parking lot. Plenty of parking. Anyway, and I just don't. I see us in there now because we're just trying to get out the house. But online commerce. I mean, I don't think these coming back to normal. I don't think we just jump in and everybody wants to have a mall store again. I just don't see it happening. Anyway, so yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what made me bring that, but just weird things is happening. That's what I was getting, and things like that, and I don't know. So anyway, something is going to. I want to pull up the IYXY, and I'm looking at in my phone. I have the open door. Look at real estate, right? But look, nobody got jobs, right? We're not working. We have the people. These jobs can't even get enough people to work. Everybody's hiring, but at the same time, we have the nobody's at work. We got an unemployment problem. So it's everywhere is hiring, everybody, and they overpaying. I won't say overpay. It's cool, but the salaries are way up. You see signs that say even get paid same day pay. So everybody is hiring, but we got an unemployment problem. Malls is popping. Real estate's on fire. You can't look up in your town. Just start looking at the houses. You can't afford these. I can't. I got a good job. I can't afford that. These houses. It's insane. Nobody's at work. Municipalities going broke. Whatever. I don't know. So maybe what I'm getting at, maybe it starts with the casinos. I don't know. Something has got to trigger it. Something that just blindsides us. And then you get the fall or whatever. Right? You can look at this chart. We had the CD, what do they call it? Credit default swap, CDSs right here and all that stuff. And it just came out of nowhere for the most part. Everything was fine, ticking along, came out of nowhere down. Then over here, Now I got these are the monthlies, right? Everything was fine, going good. Then, this person is sick next year. And then bam. So now we here. This is the monthly. We even got a little red. I know the month just started, but you never know. I mean, it's something. I'm not saying it's going to be casinos, but something. It will be something that just comes out of nowhere, and it'll be contagious, or we'll worry about it like it's contagious. So just be ready for that. If it were that, let's say one of the casinos in trouble or whatever, you almost got to sell. I think we just need to sell. I think it will be a long event. Something not like that, but not like a quick 5% bounce. I don't think. All right, so yeah, we still got negative interest rates across the world. In my opinion, we're going there. We're going there. What are we going to be different? I mean, if it's negative everywhere else, and all that money's coming here, by the way, that's another reason why our markets are up. This money needs to find yield. This money needs to find a place to make money. We're the best in the world. So there's no way rates are really going to go up. That means they're selling bonds. Look at the trend. I was telling my sister the other day, we was talking about the 80s. We was talking about the 80s and how the interest rates. Remember in the house, anybody, I don't know, I'm probably the oldest one in the room here. But in the 80s, 18%, 15%, it was crazy. But I was telling her, you know what? Ever since we've been alive, interest rates been falling. Because people worry about locking it. Look, it's ever since. It's a downtrend. Why is it going to stop right here? We're in the worst condition ever. Why is it going to just stop and turn around and rebound? No, it's not. There's negative all over the world. We're going there. I don't know what's going to bring it down. That's what I'm saying. So they worried about the Fed raising. He's saying it's transitory. And so now if we have that action of just the blindsided by something, now we can't raise interest rate. That'll basically lock them in for 5 years or whatever. And these rates will just start to drop because all the money's going to be coming out of these markets, trying to find some safety while there's still yield. And then it's just going to fall. Then this fall will cause even more panic. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, I don't need to. I guess I shouldn't think like that. But do you see it? Look at here. We have bounces and stuff, but overall this trend is down. And this thing is not going to turn around anytime soon. This is the reason why cryptocurrencies even is getting action. Yeah, that. There's your fiats. Anyway, all right, so there's my little rant. I don't usually talk about this stuff. We don't usually get political on this. We talk about charts and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about what I just said? I got to put on my glasses to read whatever you were saying, Mr. Generation. I'm trying to find them. I have my sunglasses on, but it's too dark. All right, you said, Babe said yes, 111. How is CCL? I'll look them up. Yes, these strip malls about 90% empty. Yeah, Tanga outlets looking okay. Okay, good deal. Because I know I haven't been. I was in shock when I went back on the road when I was doing that Schneider thing and I was looking at those malls. I had no idea it was that bad is what I was seeing. Now I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of bounce, like I said, because we're just trying to get out the house and you know what, hey, let's go to the mall, see what's going on over there. Haven't been over there in a year and a half. I think that's the only thing that's happening that may be getting them to bounce, because we just trying to get out and we haven't been there. Let's see what's different. Let's just do something. All right, so CCL. Yeah, but when I pull up the monthly, this is why you want to go long term. Y'all know I do the weeklies, but let me get rid of these corporate actions. All right, so when you pull up the monthlies, that just doesn't look good. I'll tell you what, man, if these guys with the Delta, these guys are not going to be cruising. By the way, this could be another sign of, I don't know if the cruise lines can take another layoff. So maybe one of them go under. I don't think they're gonna survive another layer if they don't let them cruise again. So if the Delta gets you can't be going on the ships with the Delta. Now they're gonna try the pass where you need the shot to get on, right? And people's not gonna like it, but they're probably gonna do it. But what's gonna mess that up? You're hearing people with the shots getting it, so everyone's gonna be on board. Then everybody's gonna have the shot, and they're gonna be calling in. Calling the Coast Guard, be like, yo, we got about 3 people over here that's dying with COVID. So that's what I think is going to happen, and then it's just not going to work out for them. And then we have to solve that problem. I don't know how we do that. Look at, this is very interesting. I'm glad you actually said bring this up, because I should have been bringing up monthlies on here. They're easier to read. Clear this stuff out. Come on, clear my drawings. See what's happening there. Now this looks like a bear market rally, right? You got the plummet, the bear market rally. I bet you if I pull up the fib, that's about 50 to 68, 61.8%. Right at the 61.8, and look, rolling over, right? So that's what it's supposed to do, so that's don't look good for RCL 72. I was thinking about selling naked in there. Yeah, look at the stochastic is showing that it's not going to turn around anytime soon. I don't think. And then if I draw this line, all right, let's get rid of that. Let's just draw simple trend lines. That's what we do over here in Dre Trades. We draw simple trend lines, and you can see it's broken. Just by a month, we had the I don't want to break, and then you had the little rallies, the snapback, and then here's the next month. No, you're breaking. That doesn't look good. This is, by the way, this is my first time looking at these like this. So I don't know why I didn't see these in a weekly. Well, down 2.47%. Yeah, I did. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's not going to turn around. All of a sudden, we all good. Think about it. All right, forget the chart. What's going to make it turn around out there? Is everybody, the other 50% of the country, going to get the shot? Remember, the world even needs to get shots. The people that be on these ships are not just Americans. So it just doesn't look good for these guys. I noticed McDonald's. McDonald's is solid. I put on a long-term trade on here. These guys is rolling over. They just broke out. I said, see the breakout, kind of. Right, and it's like down 1% today, but the week. Let me see. Let me pull up the daily. You can see more action. Look at that turn. These guys reported a good number. Remember, I liked the restaurants. They was on fire. So that's down 5%. Now, what's popping is Chipotle still, and I guess because these guys really managed the lockdown, right? And so they're doing good, but I think it's going to catch up with them as well. I had a great trade in this, and I just took profits the other day. Looks like I took them a little early. I'm still in the trade, but I just took some profits on my trade is a lot smaller. But I think that it's going to roll over. There's no way this could keep going up. So we saw McDonald's. I'm in the Shake Shack, which was doing good, and this one just started to roll. It's just, you see that? This one, it's okay, right? I thought it was gonna, but that's your resistance right there. Hit the wall, hit it like a wall, and now it's trying to come down with velocity. So I don't know what's happening there either. This is a volatile stock. This is one of the most volatile stocks that I have, but I think. Let's see what happens here, right? The down is, it's still too early to tell. But if you see that line break, right? This, right? We're in trouble. Might have to abandon that trade as well, because we are approaching the buy point for Shake Shack right here, right there. $90. That's about a good support too. So, see what happens. Let's see if it slices through. But the indexes are up. The SPY is on fire. Doesn't make sense, right? Now, I mean, everything I'm showing, hey, give me some stocks to pull up so I can see what's popping with the SPY. I'm sure if I go through some of the SPY, I'll see all the popping, but you know, there's a lot of stocks rolling over under the surface. And it's crazy. Let me see what y'all saying now. If you're saying anything. You're saying nothing. So I got to continue to ramble. All right. That's what I think. Apple, by the way, high. I think right here, Apple does look like it's breaking. I think this is because we could go back in lockdown mode or whatever. And then I was checking out Amazon. You don't know how I still feel like Amazon's going to roll over. I'm not sure now, even though it's still early to tell. If we go back into the COVID type situation, I think it might catch its mojo again. And I think that's the only reason why it's kind of hanging out and not just getting through it, you know. So I don't know. That one's too early to tell. Let's look at like Zoom. Let's look at some of these COVIDs, and there's a breakout to the upside. So that's not good for the market, right? So you had this coming down. Look, it peaked here, and that's right when the vaccine came out, and it's been coming down forever, right? Forever, and then right here, which is May, June, Delta starting to come back up and breaking out. Right, so we see the opposite of that. Let's pull up Teladoc. I haven't pulled this up in a while. Could be down 111 today. Look at that, another number. That might hold. You have to keep an eye on that if you're looking for a trade. It's still a little too early to tell. I would like to see this one make a higher high somewhere. Let's look up the weekly. We got the double bottom. That's nice. That's nice right there. You can almost make this trade here and get out below that low, because I have a feeling that's going to hold. Look at that this week, how it went down and snapped back up. If it was another day in the week, this candle would be green. That might hold. That might hold. Anyway, so what was another one? We talked to Zoom, Teladoc. I don't even remember them all. I didn't trade any of them. I know iBuy was popping. Let's look at here. It's not popping now. I think, I don't want to say Amazon. You have to keep an eye on that one, see if it's going to turn. It's down 1% today. Doesn't look like it, but it doesn't look like it wants to really roll over yet. Right? It's just kind of taking a breather almost. And right here is a higher low. So right here's your low, higher low. So let's see what happens. Keep an eye on that one. It's a little too early to tell. You know, if we break that to the upside, it could be off to the races again. I'm trying to think of some more of those stocks. Come on, throw it at me. Yeah, that's right, man. Another 111. So we finished singing "Let You Go" at 111. The market was up 111. This is 111. Whatever. I lost my train of thought already. Look at some of my Booking. I love this stock, but I can't love it because I was liking the bounce here. We talked about it, and you can see how this one is giving it up, and that's because Delta. I guess we can't get into these stocks until the Delta thing works itself out. But it's showing signs of rolling. It was doing fine, trying to bounce, but no, it's rolling back over. Here's Expedia. That one looks like it's getting ready to break. Right, Airbnb was up today, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Did I sell my? I think I sold one of the Airbnb positions. They getting ready to report earnings. I think that's why it's up. They report, I think, next week. I think I'm going. Oh man, I want to be in the earnings so bad, but See, I already did the EA thing. The other stocks were rolling over. I sold EA and it popped. This one I want to, I don't know. To be safe, I should just get out. I'm trying to make my money back. But this one's not rolling over yet out of all the travel stocks. So, got to go figure. Let's look up Hilton. Hilton rolling over, right? So every one that I pull up, let's look up Jets. Look at the Jets rolling over. It's been rolling over. Right? Look at that trend line break. That's why you just want to draw trend lines. You see the break, you're just out. So you see I got the 2 trend lines, right? Because we had this one, had a couple of touches, it broke. So I gave it a second chance. I was like, well, this is the primary one right here. No, broke that one. Didn't even pause. Didn't even try to, I'm going through that what line? You don't know what you're talking about. So that doesn't look good, right? Rolling over down 2.16 today. Stochastic looks like it wants to bounce, and you might get a bounce. I think the best way to play the airlines is Boeing, and I think Boeing was rolling. No, it's holding steady because these people are going to eventually be buying these planes. I think Boeing's that I talked about before. I think it's that stock you could just dollar cost average in and just keep getting some more Boeing. Because there's only 2 people. Duopoly, you can't beat that. Oh, CrowdStrike was up like that? Oh, CrowdStrike's ready to pop. Okay. I'm in this one big, by the way. I forgot to tell y'all the other. I told y'all. CrowdStrike, Walmart. It was Walmart that I figured out. Starbucks is kind of big. And Starbucks, by the way, is rolling over. I'm like, what is going on? These guys reported an excellent number. See, look at the breakout. It's another one. Breakout, coming right back. So I got some spreads here at the 105.95 that expired January 1st. And that position is it was so locked, especially when it was over 120. We talking about, it's got to, this has got to drop 20% for that to, me be in danger. But I think I might have to close it. It's because it's only 6 months away. I wouldn't put the trade on 6 months away. So, it's not where I need it to be. And if what I think can happen happens, let's say we do get in some kind of lockdown modes or whatever, this thing could come down another 10% or, it just come down. These guys got stores all over the world and, there's going to be less people going to the stores. So, I did talk about the ARK F. Yeah, FinTech, I think, is where you want to be for the next years, for years to come. And I don't want to pick them. We know Square and PayPal, those are the main ones. And I'll just play the ETF for those with some Square kicker. Reason why I like Square is because they're into the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency aspect. And to me, I heard that Venmo was bigger than Cash App, but everybody's Cash Apping. I don't know anybody that say, yo, Venmo me. It doesn't even sound good coming out the mouth, Venmo. So anyway, but that's what I heard. So people using Venmo more. But you can see that chart, that's Square. If I pull up PayPal, you can see how it's not as good. But it's good. But it's not, it pulled back. But, so Square looks like it's trying to be a leader right here. So I like the two. You can always play them both and maybe put more in Square and a little less in PayPal. Or vice versa, since this is kind of kicking. But this one basically looks like it has relative strength. The relative strength's on the Square side. But I like them. I remember I was in there in Square 80 and was dropping to 60. I was playing Square hard, and now it's 266. So you shouldn't have been trading. Should have just been buying it. I knew it was going to be. I mean, shoot, that's when everybody was getting Cash App, and the people, the people like the people on the news and radio, they didn't know, the old people, they didn't know what it was. It seemed like it started with the kids, and it was huge. And yeah, they didn't know on the media what the hell Cash App was. Anyway, this one looks great. This one's great for my strategy, especially if it breaks out. I just worry about a little bit now because all of the failed breakouts we've seen. Lulu on fire, which is weird. I had the perfect trade on this. I had the trade on here, and this thing, and they said everything was good, raising numbers even, and this thing just declined. I eventually got out when it breached that low. And as you can see, that was definitely the wrong time to get out. I should have got in, bought more, or whatever. So I missed that. And you can see the head and shoulders it happened. Remember I said fake? When the head and shoulders don't happen, it goes hard the other way. Perfect example. Right? I need to bring that up more. Perfect example. Right? When I saw that happen, I should have got in. That's the best pattern. Failed head and shoulders. It should have went down, but it didn't, and then it just rockets the other way. Let's see what Nike's doing. Yeah, Nike on fire. That's just toppy right there. That needs to be sold. But you can see the power of the bull flag, and I drew it. Here it is, and breakout. Generally, this breakout, look, it's just going straight up 35% in 50 days. I mean, you definitely got your winners and losers. So is this what's bringing the market? Is it just a few stocks like Nike? And what was that one I was just looking at? Chipotle. And so here's the breakout. Anyway, it just seems a little toppy. But I'm in the Nike, so I ain't complaining. I didn't realize it was doing all that. This is the Bitcoin index. Right? So we had the rally. The fall, can we call it a crash? Maybe. And then the gap, look at that gap up, right? So something is happening in the Bitcoin space. I don't know yet. Open Door reports earnings. I almost want to get in. I want to get in large. I mean, I want a huge position, but I don't know. I don't trust it. It's at the perfect point. And remember all the videos I was showing you the put-call ratio. So we'll see what happens with that. I have a feeling this one's going to move big. Twitter almost looks like it wants to roll over. I want to get long Twitter. If Twitter ever just really brings it in where people are scared, I want to get long it. But it looks like the buy point is here. Along that trend line. Look how many times it hits. I mean, it's constantly tagging that line in. Looks like it might want to come down now, maybe to 63. Let's look at X. I haven't done that in a long time. This was one of the first stocks to break down, but it rallied back, and now, look, hit the underside of that trend line. It's generally, that's the check back, so we'll see what happens with that. It was down, I won't say big, but 2.44%, that's normal for these stocks, right? Just super volatile. You gotta have balls of steel to be in the steel stocks. Cliff is doing fantastic. Look, it's just right at the top of the range again. It was a little delay, little weirdness up in here, but found its way back to the top of the range. So there it is. They're looking good, but it was down 2.83% today. I don't know what was happening, so that was a great buying opportunity. I chickened out, and I did videos. You can see the fake breakdown, and it's trying to rocket to the other side. So I was doing videos about that. I guess that's it. And they're back in the range, doing well. And what was that other one? Nucor. That one was the one that was on fire. Yeah, look at that. That broke down serious, and then right back. It's bouncing hard. Stochastic going in its favor. Volume. Everything is here. It's down 1.66 today. So, taking it right back. This candle just took it right back. It acted as resistance, so we'll see what happens. All right, so let me pull up Google. Let's pull up Google and Microsoft. Google, fire. Now, if we go back into the whole, remember these things, it lagged. The advertising business just wasn't good. Google does a lot of travel advertising. If we go back into that state, these should really pull in. Then that would be a time to scoop it up. Microsoft. Yeah, top. So these stocks are doing fine. Let's pull up Netflix. That should actually, no, Netflix. Yeah, this was another stock that, but this sideways action, we have to wait. I don't think there's any trade here until it breaks out of that range. Either up or down, then that's the trade. We just have to wait on that one. Facebook, Apple. We looked at Apple, Microsoft, FA, Netflix, Google, and then, yeah, we pulled up Tesla. Tesla looks like it wants to break out. All right, y'all. So I guess that's the end of this video. We are... I'm trying to read the comments here. You said you use Zelly. Who makes Zelly? And expires 8/27. You legged into a Twitter 7071 debit spread today. Okay. Thought it might jump with Facebook. That's right. Facebook was up so hard. Was down down last week. Okay, it's like a little bounce. You said 7071. Well, it's up, consolidating. 77. Yeah, it looks like it wants to bounce here. I'm getting a bunch of little sets of higher lows over here. So these are all intact. We just need some action. So see what happens. It could still do sideways. It looks like it wants to bounce, but then again, it's just sideways, right? And volume is drying up. That's generally a good sign that it's going to continue to go up. But as far as that 7071, when did you say the trade ended? August 27th. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. That's for sure. Because Twitter be breaking down. Like, if the market breaks down, you know it's gonna. I'm looking at that. I would say these candles here. What's that low? 67. Yeah, right around 60. Yeah. Yeah. It depends on how long you wanna. Just keep an eye on it. It's sitting right there at support for the most part. And if it starts making lower lows, because it didn't make a higher high yet. If it starts making lower lows, you might have to reconsider. But yeah, that's something that I want to always own. This one's been heartbreaking me for the longest. Remember when I first started this channel, I said, man, I own a shitload of Twitter calls. I own like 40 of them. 40 of the 20 of the 25s or something like that when it was way down there. Should have held on to them. Some of the biggest trades I missed that I was set up lovely for. Twitter was one. NVIDIA was one. I made money on it, but I could have made a shitload more money. Google was another. Oh my. I had straight naked calls on Google when it was at 1,500. They didn't expire until another year or so from now. And I think that was the 1,700 calls. Straight naked. It was $11,000 calls. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, unbelievable. I had it. Gave it up. I made some money in it, but not what I could have made. It was one of the reasons was everything was running and Google wasn't. You know, I was really working the trade and putting some shorts on, you know, selling, making a debit, buying it back. And I just basically gave it up because it went down to almost making a new low. And I was like, I can't do it. And then it still chopped around. It didn't break out right away, but there it is. That's the move that I was expecting. And there it is. Amazon was another one with the first breakout. So I missed a lot of stocks that, oh man, it would have been huge trades. And I missed out. Oh well. Oh well. Can't catch them all, but I just want to I like to catch one of them. You said everybody wants to buy on a correction until the correction actually happens. That's why we got to say it right now. We got to drill it in our head. We got to drill it in our head what we'll buy when things come down. What we really want to get into. And that way, when it gets down there, we know. We know, oh, this is it. But yeah, you're right. Because it's always scary times. You know, who said buy blood on the streets? Buy when blood's on the streets. I think that's a Warren Buffett term. But it works all the time. I tell you what, man. When we was going down last spring, I didn't think we was gonna try. I thought we was gonna lose at least another. What did we went down 38? I thought it was going to be a 70% decline or something like that. It was. I mean, every chart was straight down. Nothing looked good. Nobody was working. I mean, I'm still surprised at all this action. Some stocks I think should be up, but I don't think the market should be up like it is. You know, with everything just popping. I guess what it really is all the money the Fed was putting out there. And it's really all finding its way in the market somehow. And in people's hands, right? And they buy in, and so it's all of that. That's this effect is Fed money, and it might dry up. You know, we kind of getting there. We getting to the dry up stage. Ain't things starting to end? But I don't know. I don't know if it can ever dry up. And that's where crypto comes in. You know, because these guys are going to print forever. They can't let it just crash, even though, you know what, that's probably what we need, a good crash. Oh my gosh, let people fail, good washout. You know, but I don't know. Everyone's scared of it. But yeah, that's something. Something is just gonna break. I don't know no one knows what it is. And the closest thing we found by looking at charts is these damn casinos. So I mean, there's a lot of big money. I remember those places were ghost towns. I was pulling up Vegas videos before people was kind of going back now. Man, just dead. You know, these guys they got big bills over there. Right? Can you imagine a light bill alone? Just a light bill. Anyway, but something is going to react. I don't know what is it going to be first. We have to keep an eye out for that. But I don't know when. You know, they say things like this can keep going up. I always say it was going to be, my guess would be, where it just really gets crazy, it's always when, I hate to get political, but it just is what it is. When the Republicans take office, the crash happens. 2008, right? That was, Bush was in there. Was it, I can't remember who was in there. Wasn't it Bush? Yeah, and then Obama came in. Then Bush won. Who was it? The 2000? It was, actually Clinton was in there. No, then he was out. Then the first year was Bush won. Not Bush won. I can't remember. Somebody help me out with that. But I think it was, because 2011, when that happened, that was 9/11. That was a Republican president there. Yeah, that was Bush. Anyway, and then the 87 was wasn't it Reagan? So, yeah, I don't know. Don't remind me. Anyway, I'm going to go. I don't want to get no political and stuff. You wrote no crash, babe. I know. I don't want one because I don't know if I'll manage. I managed the last one good. That's because I was already bearish before it happened. I didn't really have the bearish trades on to kind of clean up with the money, but a lot of my money wasn't in. So, and then I started putting it in when the market was down 15, 20%. I started putting the money in, and then it went down to 30%. I'm like, oh my God, that was too soon. But the snapback was so fast. It was like a blink of an eye. I had the money back and then some. So it was weird, definitely weird. But yeah, I managed that. I managed that one good. 2008, sure, I did not. I was new, still learning. No, yeah, that was crazy. 2008. So like I showed you, buy Bear Stearns. There's nothing wrong when you. Yeah. Anyway. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. This is a 1 hour and 40 something minutes. Let me make sure I didn't miss your comments. I'm gonna get a little closer. Said everybody wants a correction. You said Zelly. Look at REITs. Tanger, CCL. Might buy some win. Thanks, Dominique, again. I appreciate that. Cashmatic. What's up, Dre? EA. EA, bro. Let me just pull up EA. Make sure it's still, it's still up 1. All right, it's holding. It's still holding. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, y'all. I wanted to do a live video because I didn't feel like editing and all that stuff, so just get on here and do live. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me. All right, hang in there, and we'll just keep an eye on this market together. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. I see y'all. Peace.